What's up, guys? JMF here, I guess. As you can probably tell, I can animate again. So I'm actually working on a stop motion skit I'm doing right now, and I just want to show you guys how I go about the editing. So right now I'm using Paint.net, and I just imported the scenes where the rig would be to help this character jump. Forgive the delay. I guess there's so many programs out that it's slowing the process down. Actually, no, this is double. These are on doubles. The software I use, DragonFrame, I go about 24 frames per second, and I learned that it's actually easier to animate 24 frames by shooting doubles, which basically means I shoot 2 frames of the same pose for each pose. So, I'd take one picture of this, and then I just take another one. So, see, I'm switching it, but the pose is still the same. And if you look closely, actually, you could actually notice the lighting goes from a slight difference from darker to a tad lighter, which is fine. I'm still figuring out the lighting adjustments for the software itself, but it's not too distracting, as long as you ignore it. So, excuse me. Right now, I'm actually going to see if I could take out the areas where the lighting changes. It's kind of a trial and error and just being super observant. So, okay, that went lighter. Okay. Alright, so, in this frame right here, I actually set the blank one, this one right here, as a background. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to zoom in right on his crotch, and I'm actually going to bring out my eraser here. And it actually doesn't matter how big you have the eraser, because this is the where the magic happens when it comes to the editing. Boom. Oops. I just realized I'm on the background layer. So in this section, I'm actually just erasing the front layer, so it looks like that. Boom, it's completely gone. Because now, because this is set as the background, this frame right here, I could actually edit out the rig and it will almost look seamless. So I'm going to do that right now. And in my last video, update video, I explained how it's a tedious process when there's like a lot of frames that has this rig. It looks easy, but believe me when I say, doing it for like 2 hours straight, being very meticulous and careful to get the right kind of lighted frame is very difficult all on its own. Now you're probably wondering, what happens if like the rig shadow is on the floor? Well, again, because I took a blank picture, this picture right here, and I set it as the background on Paint.net, the shadow will actually not show. That was by accident. I was on the background layer. Okay, so there we go. Now you will see a tad of a difference, but that's fine. Like, you see, this is completely noticeable. But when you play the frames all together, sometimes you could get away with it, sometimes you can't. What I do is that I just keep it as seamless as possible. Like, sometimes I round out that image, and I round out here. As you can notice, there's a big lighting difference in this section, which is fine. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not completely pro as of yet, but I am definitely working on it. So right now this seems a bit obvious, like you could see the outline of where the rig would be. But again, it's fine. It's all about trial and error when you're learning any form of animation, really, and any form of editing for films in general. I've run into these issues countless times, and the basic idea to avoid this is to keep the background in the same lighting as the one picture with the character posing in midair with the rig. But this is completely fine, because again, it's all trial and error. I'm still actually figuring out the lighting adjustments with DragonFrame for this. So we want to take out that. We want to take out this. Now up close, this is completely obvious. But from a distance, yeah, no, it's still obvious. It's clear as day. Oof. Yeah, okay. So in events like this, I think it's best to just completely, like, sometimes I even take out the shadow if I really want to. Right down to where it's almost seamless from a distance now. And it's all just trial and error. Now this looks a bit like an eyesore from a distance, but like I keep saying, trial and error. Okay, so now that the rig is completely gone, see, like this is the original picture with the rig. Now the rig's gone, but you could see the outline of where the rig would be. That's a error on my part, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Matter of fact, that's actually a very improper placement for the rig itself. I actually got to make extensions for the rig's arm, so that way I could avoid that. But work with what I got, you know. Anyway, so that is basically it, and I'm just fortunate because I shot in doubles. The actual amount of frames I gotta edit are just these three right here. Well, yeah, these three right here. So this is all good. So I could actually just take that out. Don't save, yeah, because that's fine. I want to keep that, and that's basically how it's done. Now, again, I'm just lucky because I shot in doubles, and the only frames with the rig is technically just 3. So all I got to do once I import it into Dragon Frame again is that I just got to take 2 pictures of this again, and then but with the versions that are edited out, so it looks like he's jumping all by himself. Anyway, that's I just wanted to show you guys this to give you a visual on how I do the editing. As you can see, I'm still needing some improvements, but learn as you go, you know. As an animator, you learn as you go. Okay, now this section right here is the Dragon Frame software window page. I want to say window. Anyway, so yeah, right now you're just seeing this because it's actually using my the built-in camera on my laptop, but I put tape over it because I'm paranoid and I don't want anyone seeing my face. Even though I did show my face in the reaction videos, but that's a different story. Anyway, so right now I am set to scene 3, take 2. Now, earlier ago when I showed you in Paint.net that I was editing the scenes with the rig still showing, I made a whole video segment with the rig visually there in the video bit. Anyway, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to recreate scene 3 with the rig edited out. And as mentioned before, because I'm shooting 24 frames per second, I'm actually shooting in doubles. So we are going to go to import, and we are going to go to image sequence. Double click. Now we're going to go to skit 6, scene 3, and we're going to go to X1, which is where the imported pictures are for this. And as mentioned before, because I shot in doubles, all I got to do is import this segment right here. This is before he takes off for the jump. And as you can see, it's actually all just in doubles. So literally, I'm going to be importing scenes, 2 pictures of the same pose for each, until I reach to this area right here, which is where the rig first shows. So now we're going to import, and now we're going to double click again, do the same process, and this time we're going to go to the edited set. This is just for organizing purposes. As you can see, edit frame 1, 2, and 3. Those are the only frames with the rig in them that I edited out. We're going to press OK. We're going to wait for that to import. It's a lot faster than it normally is. I guess it's because I have OBS running that it's taken a while. Don't worry, I'm actually going to cut this bit right now. Okay, now here are the imported pictures. As mentioned before, they're in doubles, and here is actually a more well, what I recommend, a more visual timeline of what the pictures are. And oh, that's right, no, in this section right here, it's more than doubles. I actually set it to, what I originally did is that I took one picture of this pose, and then I right clicked and then head to hold frame, and then I just typed in 24 frames to make it 1 second. So I'm going to press cancel on that because I don't want to make it for 48 frames. And we are going to be going to the frame where it begins. See, right here is when the character starts moving. And again, as mentioned, it's filmed in doubles. And then here is the segment where, oh, that is not what I meant to do. Anyway, here we go. Okay, here's the segment where it was edited out. Okay. So now what's going to happen is that I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to rewind a bit. I would be using the control pad that comes with the DragonFrame software, but excuse me. But I am too lazy to get it. Anyway, so I'm going to start right at the frame where it starts moving. So about right here. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to left click on this single frame, move it just a tad, and it will automatically collect the rest of the frames, set it back to where it was, and now I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to press copy. Now again, this is just showing the live camera view, and again the software is registering the built-in camera on my laptop as the live view camera, but I put tape over it. That's my finger moving by. Anyway, so now we're going to head to this camera icon, right click again, and then I'm actually going to paste in reverse. So this is what the animation will look like. I believe it's space for play when you're using keyboard. Here we go. Yeah, and that's about it. And then I'm just going to be doing this for like 4 times, and then I'll redo the whole process again. So now we're just going to put paste insert. A good indicator when you know that you're doing the right method of copying, pasting, paste and reverse, paste and insert is that if the doubles are registered together with this yellow bar, that means that you're pasting it correctly. So we're just going to do this again. Paste reverse, paste insert, paste reverse, etc., etc. And we're going to be wanting to do this for a couple of times so the character can jump generally around. I think last time in the raw footage for it, he was jumping 9 times, so I'm going to see if I can replicate that or just add more jumps, because more jumps is better. Okay, so paste and reverse, yada yada. Now we're going to go to the beginning again and see how many jumps he does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're gonna add about like 6 more, I believe. So there we go. Paste and reverse, paste and insert, paste and reverse, paste and insert, paste and reverse, paste and insert. Okay, let's see how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're gonna touch down one more time. I believe it was paste insert. Oop, nope. See, this is what happens when you didn't paste it correctly. You'll notice that there's no yellow bar indicating that there's the doubles, like the same picture together. But that is not a problem because we could just do this. We'll highlight it again and we'll just press delete. And this is completely fine because the set of pictures that we copied and pasted were the same ones. All we got to do is paste and reverse, and then we're back on track. And then this should be about 9. So we're gonna check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's 9 jumps. And on the last frame, I like to hold it for about 48 frames, which technically means in 24 frames wise 2 seconds. So now we're going to go to hold frame, and we are going to put in 48, and it registers as 2 seconds. And then boom, we're done. Now we're going to play the whole thing back again one last time to see if there's anything I need to edit or fix. Now looking at it right now, the jumping animation's a bit stiff, but that's fine. My main concern right now is the constant shifting of the lighting. Again, I'm still trying to figure that out. This section right here of the software is where I can control the lighting, ISO, frame rate, and such. Right now you don't see anything right here because again, I'm not really using my DSLR camera as the live view camera right now. If I was using my camera, my DSLR, you'd be seeing numbers here that allows you to adjust the live view, but you can't do that at the moment. So yeah, that is about it. This is just a part of the struggles of being a stop motion animator in terms of editing. And I'm still a rookie, so I'm still learning. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Be expecting to see this jump animation very soon. I'll see you guys later.